Hello everyone, it's your girl Jen and I'm back for another Pilates workout. Today's workout is going to focus on the lower body. We're going to be working the glutes and the legs. We have 2 circuits to complete and each circuit has 8 exercises in it. And we're going to do 2 rounds of each circuit. I know it sounds like a lot, but we're going to get through it together. For this particular workout, you have the option of wearing your sneakers to offer yourself more support. Typically, yes, I would wear sneakers, but for this particular workout today, I'm choosing not to, just so I can connect to my feet a little bit more and get those muscles in the lower part of my legs as well as my feet to really engage and help me find stability. Also, we're going to be using dumbbells. I'm working with 2 pound, 5 pound, as well as 10 pounds. However, you can choose not to use any weights at all. You are still going to feel the burn, I guarantee it. So, we're gonna get started in a few seconds with our warm up. So go ahead and grab your towel, grab some water, grab your weights, put on your socks and sneakers, clear away all that space, and we'll get started right now. Okay, let's get started with our warm up. So you do a few squats. You wanna shift your weight into your heels, and you can squat to as low as you feel comfortable. You want to make sure you're hinging your hips back. Okay, let's do one more here. And push down and press up. Let's take it into knees to chest. Shift your weight into one leg and bring the opposite knee up into the chest. And just alternate here. So we're just focusing on getting the parts of the body that we're going to target in our workout all nice and warm so that we can get through this. I do enjoy working the legs as well as the glutes. I do see them as part of the core. Let's move into some hip circles now. But and I know that might not necessarily be typically what people refer to as the core, but the legs are important as well as the glutes to keep us standing, walking, and moving and doing all the things. Let's change sides. Okay. Now I just want to say that if at any point in time you feel really tired or really challenged, you can stop at any point in time. Step wide, feet parallel. We're just going to go into a little side lunge. So think of a squat. You're hinging the hips back, pushing down to come back to center. Squeeze the glutes and hinge back, and off we go. Nice and easy. Taking our time, just really connecting to the breath and the body. Feel what you feel. One more on each side. Last one here. Great. Step the feet into about hips distance or shoulder width. We're going to go into a good morning. So plant your feet, take your arms up. You could also choose to cross your arms here. Slight bend through the knees and hinge the hips. And back. Keep your front ribs in. Gotta make sure you're toning your abdominals here to support you. And let's go for a couple more. One more after this. Last one here. And come back up. Let's just circle through the arms. Both directions, just a few circles. And now, step up and back in. So I call this a no jumping jack. Whew, are you ready to work your lower body? I am. I really do enjoy working my legs and my glutes. One more each side. Good stuff. And release. You should give it a good little shake. And we're going to get started with our first exercise. So let's start with our first exercise, which is a squat. I'm going to grab my 10-pound dumbbells, shoulder width with the feet, shoulders back and down, off we go. So remember, I did give you the option to leave the weights out altogether. Make sure you are hinging your hips back, keeping your spine long, front ribs connected, navel towards the spine. Chest is lifted, so I'll show side please. You're hinging back, pressing down and coming up and squeeze. So this is a pretty intense workout from the perspective that we are working the bigger muscles of the body, the glutes. So we have to really focus on managing our energy. and time. Okay, an uneven squat. I'm going to put my weights aside. Right heel up. Same stance you had before. The only difference is we're putting the emphasis on the left leg. Okay? Off you go. Hinge your hips back, push down, and up. When you are pressing up, make sure you're not pushing the pelvis forward. You're coming back to neutral. Keep it going. You're doing so great. I'm sweating like crazy already, and we've just begun. But to be fair, I am in Barbados, and it's super, super hot here. Good, and time. Excellent, second side. Right heel up, left ball of the, left heel up, left ball of the foot is down. Get ready. And off we go. So hinge back, drive down into that right foot and squeeze. You could even choose to take that foot off, but we won't. I call that an air squat, when you have like one foot off, but we don't need to do air squats today. We can leave that for another workout. This is plenty, don't you agree? So yeah, it's like, I don't know, 80 something degrees Fahrenheit. We tend to go Celsius here, and time. Okie dokie, we're going into our side lunge. So I'm gonna grab my 10-pound weight. Just one, holding at the head of the dumbbell. Nice wide stance. Weight at the chest, spine nice and long, shoulders back. Off we go. So you're hinging back and pushing back to center. Similar to what we did, you know, drive the heel down, feel the glute, engage, push you back to center. So the breath, you can inhale, sit back, exhale to center. You could also switch it. I don't go too hard and fast on the breath, like the right breath. I like to encourage persons to breathe. I'm so sorry, my cats are getting into it again. Nico, come here baby, and time. Oh gosh. Okay, now we're gonna go into our curtsy lunge with a squat. So start in the center. You're gonna squat first and then step back and behind, okay? Off we go. Squat, step back, and come into the lunge. And back to center. The thing with curtsy squats is that you want to make sure you are stepping back far enough and then over enough to maintain your balance and stability. And I always recommend doing them nice and slow. Oops, I'm stepping back into my weights. Don't do that. And time. Okay, so now we're going into a 3, 6, 9 lunge on the right leg. So you're going to step forward, come into a side lunge, and then a reverse lunge. Are you ready? Let's go. And step back. All right, heel strikes down on the step forward. For me, the ball on the outside of the foot steps down for the side lunge. The ball of the foot hits the ground for the reverse lunge. And off you go. Keep the chest up. Look straight ahead. Imagine you're like a horse with blinkers on or blinders on, and you're super focused. All right, I'm just gonna get the reverse in, even though time is up. And release. Second side. Whew. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Sweat's already dripping off of my face. Get ready. Our 3, 6, 9 lunge on the second set. Off we go. Now I find one side tends to be a little bit more stable and stronger than the next. For me, That's my left side. And I'm not left-handed. I think I'm a closet left-hander. Bit close to my wall, but getting it done nonetheless. Tummy in. Okay, I'm gonna get that reverse in. All right, good stuff. Come to the side of your mat. I'm gonna hinge back, and we're gonna side squat from one side of the mat to the next. Are you ready? Off we go. Now I could use my weight here, and I was gonna, but I decided, you know what? We get to do this again, so maybe for round 2. So this is like you're gonna sit down, you change your mind, and you kind of stuck halfway. Whew, 10 more seconds, and then we get a little break. And then we begin again for our second round. All right, whew. Let's take a little rest. Okay, let's get ready for round 2. Starting out with our squats, weights or no weights, the choice is yours. Off we go. I think it's important to do exercises twice, like to do 2 rounds, because the first round is almost like information gathering. You know, you are figuring out what you have to do, figuring out what you can do and do it well, so that by the time you get to the second round, you are in a better position to execute the exercises to the best of your ability. Uneven squats. Right heel up. Here we go. You might hear another outbreak from the cats. Just ignore it. Off we go. So do you agree with that? That by the time you get to the second round, or you do the exercise again, you have a better understanding of the requirements, the mechanics, the movement, and then you find you might be able to even go a little bit quicker. I've definitely picked up my pace a bit here. 4 more seconds. And time. I'm just watching this drama play out with the cats. Oh, wow. Anyways, let's get ready for the second side. Left heel up. Off we go. So the thing is, this is completely digressing from what we're doing here, because sometimes a distraction can be helpful, is we're in hurricane season. So that means you get a lot of rain. And one would think that when we have a lot of rain, it would be cooler. Nope. Nah. It is still super hot. Humidity is ridiculous. But we press on. Less than 10 seconds left. And time. Whew. Side lunge time. Nice wide stance. Slight turn up at the hips and the toes. Slight. All right? Off you go. Hinge back. And press to center. I hope you can still hear me well. The rain has come down super hard now. More seconds here, folks. Miko. Hey, buddy. And time. All right. Oops. These things happen when you have cats, yes? Okay, so now we're going to go into our curtsy squat lunge combo. All right, here we go. Let's squat. And step back and across. Remember, you want to step wide enough that you can still maintain your balance. So it's almost like hips distance. And back to center. Remember, move a little bit slower so you have more control. I see you, Miko. We all see you. You're gonna have to move soon. Whoops! Focus. You're gonna have to move soon, buddy. And time. Because it's time for my 3-6-9 lunge. So you gotta move out of the way, bud. Okay? So remember, right leg first, stepping forward, out to the side, and back. Here we go. I have to feel for the reverse because I know the wall is close behind me. This is a fun one. I remember when I did this in one of my Pilates workshops. I was like, oh. And there's another one where it's a TikTok where you just go from 12 to, I call this 3-6-9, but it's not really 3-6-9, is it? I guess it depends on how you look at it, but it was forward and back. Oh wow, we're nearly there, nearly the end of this circuit. Are you ready? All right, off we go. Second side, left leg first, up in front, out to the side, and back. So we've got the 9, 12, and here's the 6. You know what I mean. Whew. A few more seconds left. I'm gonna get that reverse lunge in. All right, our side squats. So come on over, I'm gonna start from this side. I did the other side first. Ooh, and I did promise to hold my weight. I'm gonna hold it like this. Ooh, off we go. Keep the chest lifted. Are you feeling the burn? I can't wait for our cool down. How do you feel? We're halfway. Ten more seconds and we got a break. Whew. And time. Wonderful. All right. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back for our second lower body burn circuit. All right, welcome back. And we're going to begin with a plie squat. So wide stance, toes out, heels in, and off we go. Now I'm leaving my weight out for this, but you could always choose to add more resistance. So spine is long, hinge hips back, lower, Push down through the heels and lift and squeeze. Kind of like a ballerina. More seconds here. Great, and time. Okay, so we're gonna take it into a pulse. Whew. Gotta put my hair up. It's getting a little bit too warm. Okay, so get ready, lower. And let's pulse it out here. So I like to think about little mini contractions of the hamstrings to pull us down. And then squeeze to push us back up. Whew. Pulse it out nice and easy. Stay connected through the abs, stay connected with your breath. Those are my two important things. Breath and keeping that connection through the core, the abdominals. 3, 2, and 1, and time. Okay, reverse lunge with the knee drive. So you're gonna step back on the right leg. So you step back and up, okay? Get ready. Look for the horizon. Step back and up. You can pause, step back and up. Or go forward. One continuous flow moving through the hip. You don't have to tap your knee down, but you can. It's a bigger ask of the left leg to really get you back up. Because even though this one is moving, it's the one that isn't that's doing the work. All right, let's switch. Get ready. Whew. Off we go. Now this is the side that is not as stable for me, so I'm going to go a lot slower. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as we keep moving to the best of our ability, honoring all the things that we're taking care of in our bodies. It doesn't matter how fast or slow we move. And time. Okay, deadlifts. Definitely gonna use my weights for this. You wanna keep the weights close to the thighs, shoulders back, side bend to the knees, hinge the hips back, lower to about mid-shin, press down and come back up. I love deadlifts. Again, you're probably thinking, why do we do these? Well, if you think about the requirement to bend down and pick something up, it's that hinge at the hip. You wouldn't normally pick up something with super straight legs, but it's the same action at the hips. 10 more seconds here. And time. A wall sit. So for the first round, I'm gonna leave the weights out. All right. I'm not gonna go into it just yet. I have a couple seconds. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, squeeze, squeeze. This is a good opportunity to reconnect to the breath, regain control of your breath. And time. All right, squat with a heel lift just to hit the calf muscles. Get ready. I'm so grateful for these long breaks. Off we go. Lift and squeeze the calves and lower. Reaching the arms back is going to help you counterbalance when you come up onto the balls of the feet. Whew, I'm melting. If you're going to soon see a puddle on my mat, and it will be me because I've completely melted. Two more seconds. All right, and time. So we have a triple pulse squat. So I'm going to use my weight for this. Just use the one. We're gonna pulse, pulse, pulse. Okay, off we go. Two, three, and up. Whew. I did tell you this was gonna burn. And you know you're guaranteed to sweat. At least I know I am. Is it me or did this go faster than the first one? 3 more seconds. Whew. And time. All right. Let's take a little break and we'll come back for round 2 to wrap up this lower body workout. All right, and we're back, starting with our Pilates squats. I'm gonna hold my weight. Let's go. So you wanna make sure the knees are moving outwards and they're not collapsing in. So you can think as you lower to just guide the knees more outwards towards the toes, the second and third toe, the baby toe. I can barely hold on to the weight. My hands are slipping so much. But what I'm enjoying here is that I can really grip the floor, ooh, and time with my feet. So now we're going to pulse it out. Let's not lower down into that position just yet. So we'll lower from 5. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. And let's pulse it out right here. 40 seconds of work. This is our home stretch. After this, we get to cool down. So let's give it all we have left. We owe it to ourselves to finish strong. I'm so glad you're here with me. Working out with friends makes the workout so much more fun. 10 more seconds. Oh, wow. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and release. Okay, we have our lunge with the knee drive. Right leg first. Woo! Get ready. So you can use your hands here as well to help. So step back and up. But just remember to keep the chest up and your gaze straight ahead. I should have turned where I could see the clock. All right, whew. Really feeling it. Second side, so this is the side, we're gonna move a little slower. Yeah, I'll turn this way so I can keep an eye on the clock. Although sometimes it's nice not to know, yeah? Okay, woo, here we go. Because if we keep our eyes on the clock, we can lose focus on what we're doing, and it becomes all about how much time we have left. Coming up on 3 seconds, I take a peek. And time. All right, our deadlifts. Here we go. I'm gonna turn this way so I can feel my fan. Shoulders back and down, keep them back, keep them retracted. Chin back, off we go. Hinge from the hips. Lower, press down and come back up. And time. All right, so left side. Okay, our wall sit. I did promise I would use weight. Whew. All right. And here we are. So working to 90-degree angles from shoulders to hips to knees to heels or ankles. So just pretend you're at your favorite cafe, having a coffee or some tea with your favorite person. Ooh, cat fur. Catching up on things, life. You're not actually doing a wall sit right now. You could also just choose to hold a squat or a chair pose. 2 more seconds. Oi, and time. Again, in the spirit of ending strongly, I'm going to use my weights for my squat and heel lift. You're going to join me? Grab your weights. Come on, let's do this together. All right, here we go. Whew. You know when you had a good idea at the time and then you begin to second guess it? That would be me. But we're doing it. We're committing. We're committing to ourselves right now together here on Body Club. 10 more seconds. We got it. We got it, team. Whew. All right, our triple squat pulse. Okay, let's use the weights. I'll use one because it's less cumbersome to hold. Here we go. Last one. Let's get it done. Pulse, 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 and up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Triple pulse squat. Abs in nice and tight. Whew. And time. We did it. Double high five. Now it's time to cool down. All right, folks, let's cool down. Let's take a wide stance, not too wide, just a bit wider than shoulder width. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up, and exhale, come all the way down. Bend your knees. Just sway a little bit from side to side. Come to stillness and turn over to your right. Bring your left knee down. Just walk the right foot a little bit further forward and lower into this lunge. Draw your right hip back, lift the chest up. Focus on breathing deeply here, especially those exhalations. Make them nice and long and slow. Go ahead and shift back. Keeping your hips over the back knee. Slight bend to the right knee. Push the heel down, lengthen the spine. Gaze is more forward. This one before. You're gonna bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg and foot, and then pull your back heel towards the buttocks and reach back with your left hand just to stretch out the quads. You could also opt to do this in a standing position or down on your belly. Oh my goodness, the sweat is pouring off of me. I'm sure you can see. But I don't mind a little sweat, or a lot, because it's a privilege to be able to get up and move your body. It's a privilege to be here with you and to train with you. So I don't mind the sweat. Let's shift forward. Bring the right arm on the inside. Go ahead and so you're squeezing in. Pull the right heel to the buttocks. Reach back, or use your strap or a blanket, not a blanket, a towel or a tie or scarf. Or as I said, come onto the belly or stand. So push down into your front foot, step forward, and come on down onto your back. Whew. Hug your knees in. Moving from side to side. All right, let's take the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Stay here or draw everything in. You can thread the hands and connect them around the back of the left thigh, guiding the knee right in away with your elbow on the right side. Spread the toes, breathe. And slowly release, change it out. Hamstring stretch in here. Change sides. I'm afraid to open my eyes right now. There's so much sweat pooling. but it's getting in there. Oh my gosh. I told you guys to get a towel, but I didn't get a towel for myself. I need to remember that for next time. And release. Take your arms wide, bring both knees into your chest. Just gonna scooch your hips over to the left and lower your knees off to the right. Now if this feels too intense, I'm gonna show you what you can do. You can just come back to center. Take your feet down and do it this way. Center, swish the hips over to the right and lower over the knees over to your left. And slowly come back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together. You can rest your hands on your belly, or one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Oh my goodness. But I want to thank you so much for joining me for that lower body burn Pilates workout. I'm your girl Jen. I'm looking forward to connecting with you again for another workout. If you have any requests, feel free to drop them in the comments. Let me know and I'll be happy to whip up a workout for the team. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. I love you all.